Hello, welcome back to our Python programming beginner class. Okay, so for this lesson will be about lesson 4, data collection storage or data collection storage. Okay, so we are going to start with something called a list. Okay, wait, I change my screen to okay. Alright, so this one. Okay, so list. Okay, so like the name suggests, list. Okay, so like the name suggests, is a collection of data that will be used in the program. Okay, so the data inside will be in a sequence. Okay, sequence like this. A B. I'll give you in a number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so the list will be in this sequence. Okay, so but sometimes it won't show like this, but it will most likely be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay, the stored value will make it easy for us to keep track and organize, okay, all the data inside. Right? So to create a list, it is easy, just like how you create a variable. You will need to have the name for it. For this example, I will use friends. Okay, one of my friends. Okay, or our friends. Okay, friends, is the name, and then equal to. Alright. So when you are using a list, the bracket will be a bit different. Okay, we are going to use something called the squared bracket. Okay, this one, the squared version of the bracket. Okay. Now let's give some name inside. Okay, Ali, and then Danny, Lisa. Okay, and one more, maybe Harry. Okay, so this is called the list. Okay, so when you're creating a list, make sure that when you type it, make sure to have the comma after each string that you put over here. Okay, so that it will recognize this sequence of data as a string, as a list. Okay, and not just like a normal string. Okay, comma, okay, to indicate to the Python that this is a list, not something else. Okay, now what can we do with the list? Okay, so like usual okay, we can always print out the string. Okay, print anything actually. Okay, most of the stuff, okay, we can print. Okay, so this one is the same. Friends. Run main. Okay, now as you can see in the result here, it prints exactly as what is stored inside the list over here. Okay, so it prints exactly the bracket, the quotation, and the comma. Okay, so it will be exactly as like this. Okay, it will be a bit different than when you print a variable or something. Okay, so more on the list. Okay, as the list is actually a sequence, okay, we can use some element from the index function if you want to print a specific data from the list. Okay, so for example, you just want to print Danny from the list over here. Okay, so and the rest you don't want to print the rest, the Lisa, Harry, and Ali. You don't want to print them. You just want the Danny. Okay, so what you can do is you just need to know the index position for that data. Okay, for that name only. So do it like this. Okay, go back to the friends here, this one. Okay, after the friends, using the square bracket. Okay, now inside the bracket here, insert the index position for Danny. So like I said, index start at 0, so 0, Ali is 0, Danny is 1. Okay, so you put 1 over here. Okay, now when you print, wait, I stop first. And when I print, and it will only print the Danny. Okay, and also it won't print the comma and apostrophe. Okay, only print the Danny, the string. A bit different lah when you just print all of the stuff. Alright, so before we go further, one thing I want to tell you is that most of the time we can use multiple statement, okay? So we can have multiple lists over here. Lucky number. Okay, this one just a random number. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 10, 20. Okay, this one will be used later lah, so I just better to put it at the start over here. Okay, now like most statement we can use the function when you are using the list. Okay, so I will start with one called append. Okay, so append means to add something at the end of a written document. So in Python, the document is this lah. Okay, the document will be the list over here. Okay, so when we append something, we want to using the list. You want to add a new data. Okay, you can use the append. Okay, the data here will be appearing on at the back of the list, the first list that you use. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, friend. Okay, so this one will be the list that you want to add something at the back. Okay, and you want to use the list that you use. Okay, so you can add another one, another data. Okay, friends append. Now inside the bracket, put something. Okay, because this one is the name, I'll just add another name. Maybe add just my name over here. Okay, and then change it back here. Okay, so as you can see over here on the result on the terminal, Ali, Danny, Lisa, and Harry, and also the one that you append just now, the new name. This one is my name, Haziq. Okay. Okay. So when you use append, it will always be at the back. Okay. Alright. Now next one is called the insert function. Okay. So once a list is made, you can actually add more data inside. Okay, more lists inside of it. Okay. No. Once a list is created, you can add more like I just show you using the append. Okay, but when you're using this insert function, you can actually choose in which position this data will appear. Okay, so let me show you the example. Insert. Okay, bracket. Okay, so first one will be the index. Okay, in which position you want it to be. So 0, 1, I will want to put it in the middle after Danny, so will be number 2. Okay, 2, comma, the new data that you want to add. Okay, I add another one, Marco. Okay, now what will happen is that when I print, Marco will appear in the middle. Okay, based on the index position that you type over here. Okay, so when you're using the insert, you can put it in anywhere inside the list. Okay, and also make sure that the data that you put and the new data that you put here is a string. Okay, else it won't work. Okay, it will give you an error. Okay, next one will be Next one will be the extend function. Okay, friends.extend. Okay, so what is this extend function? What does it do? Okay, extend function lets you add another set of lists inside the list that is already compiled. Okay, so we are going to use the second list that we have over here, the lucky number, inside of the friend over here. Okay, so in a way it will extend the data from one list to the other. Okay, unlike the insert function, it is kind of similar to append, which will only start at the end of the list. Okay, so only one position. Okay, so it's like this, right? Friend. So consider this one as the list that you want to extend. Okay, this one will be the main list, and you want to extend another list inside of the main list. Okay, so friends, extend a lucky number. You just put the variable name inside. Okay, the list name inside. And when we print, boom, you have all this number. Okay, you can see that it extends from the Harry after the Harry. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Okay. Okay, so that is all for the list function. Next one inside the data storage collection is just a disclaimer. This data storage collection is just something that I came up with. Okay, so it's not part of official Python terms, right? I use it because most of the stuff over here, most of the list variable and stuff, something like a storage method, so I just call it like that. Okay, just a disclaimer. Then you maybe. Alright, so next one will be a dictionary. Okay, so for those that don't know, dictionary is another type of data structure that can store value inside. Okay, so in a real dictionary, okay, not the dictionary in Python, in a real dictionary, wait, I changed my PowerPoint. Alright, so in a dictionary, you can see over on the picture here, you have the word, the word that you want to learn, you want to know. Okay, for example, this learner. Okay, this is the word. Okay, in Python, we will call it as a key. Okay, key, and then over on the right is the definition or the value. Okay, definition in the real dictionary. Okay, so the definition will be the value that we use in Python. Okay, it will look like this. Okay, delete. Okay, so right now I want to use month conversion. Okay, so I can convert the month from the short form or the abbreviation into the long form. Okay, month conversion, then month conversion will be the name lah. Okay, the name, and this one will be a different kind of bracket. Okay, so this bracket will be used. Okay, now this one will be a bit different. When it's like this in the middle, the line is in the middle, click enter, so that will break like this. Okay, our code will be done inside this bracket. Okay, now first we need to create the key, right? So the first key is Jan. Okay, January. Okay, and then colon. Okay, colon, and then the definition or the value. So Jan is January. Okay, now we have like this. Okay, so because this is a dictionary, you can have multiple value inside. multiple keys and value inside. Okay, so you can do it like this, comma, make sure to have the comma, fab, okay, February, and last one will be March. Wow. Okay, now you have the dictionary. Okay, I just use 3 first because later will be something else. Okay. Now that you have the month conversion like this, okay, how we can use it like this, print months conversion. All right, and then using the bracket here, there's two ways actually. There's two ways to do this, so I'll show you one by one. Okay, one is month conversion, the square bracket, and inside this will be the key. Okay, so now run, then you can see that this one will give me the February. Okay, so if you change to March, okay, the other one will be like this, delete dot get, okay, and then same way, Jan, the key. Okay, so when you run, give you the January. Okay, so next one will be okay, so you can actually use integer for the key. Okay, you are not limited to only string. Okay, so for example, I change this one to 1, 2. Okay, you are not limited to this one, but just make sure to change the name. Okay, oh yeah. Okay, see, when I use the one, because this is the key, then it will give me the January. Okay, now actually you can use different key but with the same value. Okay, it won't be conflicting. So this one like this. Okay, the second one, Jan. Okay, I use the different key but the same value. Okay, see here, January and comma. Okay, I run January, get use 1. Second one will be Jan. Still we get the same value. Okay, okay, now sometime maybe you use something that is not available in the dictionary over here. Okay, dictionary here, maybe like you say something that is not here, so maybe apple apple. Okay, apple is not here, so when you print, usually it will give you none. Okay, you return the value as none. So what you can do, if you don't want to like get this kind of answer, you can actually use it like this, comma. Okay, you add another line, another string, not valid. Okay, so this one maybe will be used more in like complex programming, okay, in the future, but for now just like this. Yeah, see, not valid. Anything that you put over here and the second place here will be what's shown over here. Okay, if the first key that you use is not available or like wrong lah. Okay, okay, so that is all for the month conversion. Okay, now for your task in this lesson, wait, I change to, alright, So your task will be based on the dictionary that we did previously, just now. Okay, create a complete dictionary for the months that we have. Okay, so and then it will need 2 keys for the same value. Okay, so 1 and Jan can be for January, for example. Okay, then write down all the code until December. So you have Jan to December 1 to 12. Okay, you'll get 100 coins for completing this task and submitting it to me. Okay, through our assignment section. Okay, so that is all for this lesson. If you have any question that you want to ask, you can ask me in our group or our website, okay, our forum. And that is all for this lesson, for lesson 4, data collection storage. See you again in the next class in lesson 5. See.